Hello and welcome to top 20 best NASCAR paint schemes of all time. If you guys remember, if you were subscribed back then, about like 6 months ago, I made the same video. I made top 20 best NASCAR paint schemes of all time. And I look back at that list and I'm like, I probably should redo that because there are definitely better ones. So today, I'm gonna go through my choices, my revised choices. Um, this is just my opinion. This isn't like a collective fan base, um, opinion. And you guys are welcome to leave your thoughts down in the comments about what your favorite paint schemes are of all time and things like that. So let's just jump into it. Uh, Number 20, we have Carl Edwards' Aflac car. He ran this from about 2010 to 2015, I think. It's just a solid paint scheme. Like I like how the black and green just kind of flow together, and then there's that blue that makes it just like pop. And then there's the duck on the car, which as a 7-year-old I found hilarious. Yeah, this car is a part of my childhood, and yeah. So 19th, Denny Hamlin FedEx. This was from 2019 and 2020. I'm not sure if they'll use it in 2021 though, because for some reason FedEx and Joe Gibbs tend to switch up Denny Hamlin's paint schemes every 2 years. For some reason, I don't know. They just do that, but this made the list just because it's a simple paint scheme, but it just works. It works great. Um, I don't know. It would come across as plain, but the longer you look at it, the more you just love it. The blue, or not blue, what am I talking about? The purple and the white, they just flow together. 18th, we have Jeff Gordon Pepsi. Um, this is probably the best Pepsi paint scheme I could have found. There was a different Pepsi paint scheme on my previous one, but I took that off. Um, I like how the blue and the black, they just look pretty good together. And the red, just the Pepsi colors just work with this car. And then the flames down the side. I don't know. It just works. It's simple, but it works. Number 17, Joey Logano, Shell Pennzoil Ford. Um, this car has been around since I think at least 2010, with Kurt Busch. So actually no, 2011 with Kurt Busch. So basically, I don't know. It's just this car, something about this car just works wonderfully. The yellow and the red just, I don't know, they contrast each other so well. And like that's the thing. You don't need to change your paint scheme every year. This one is good, so they're not fixing it. This one has been around for 10 years. So basically, what I'm saying is if you have a great paint scheme, you don't need to switch it up. This one is great. Just leave it. 16th, we have Mark Truex Jr. Napa Auto Parts car from 2012. Now this is a great paint scheme. You can't go wrong with Napa cars usually. I don't know, something about this car, the blue on the top and then the little yellow waves on the bottom. It just looks so nice. Not to mention that the wheels are silver. That is fantastic. It just, you can't go wrong with the Napa car. The blue and yellow work so well together. Blue and yellow, there's no way they can't work well together. It's a great car. And 15th, we have another car from 2012, Jeff Gordon DuPont car. Now, this is pretty much the only DuPont car that didn't have a Rainbow Warrior or Flames on it. But that being said, I love this car. It's probably Jeff Gordon's most underrated paint scheme. Just, I don't know. You can see like I'm drawing on the screen right now. Just the little wave thingy that they got going on. It flows together great. Now black and red, they typically go together. There's like a reddish orange on the car. it just works so well. 14th, Dale Jarrett, quality care Ford credit Ford from 1998 to 2000. He ran this car frequently, and it looks great. I love what they're doing with the patriotic little stripes on the bottom, red, white, and blue. Looks fantastic. On the 13th, we have Dale Jr. This is a classic car, iconic for a lot of reasons. It's Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s Bud car. You you in NASCAR, there are some paint schemes you just recognize. This is one of them. This is the sport one of the sport's most iconic paint schemes. Just the black on the bottom, the uh black and white lines on the bottom of the car, and the base paint of the car just being red. It just works so well. It just flows. It's a nice paint scheme. 12th, Mark Martin, Valvoline car. This was an early 90s car. So I think this is I don't know, all Valvoline cars are pretty close, but in my opinion, this one is the best. I love how it just goes from the white to the light blue to the red to the dark blue. It just flows so well. 11th, we have Tony Stewart's 1999 rookie year car. Now that when I searched for this paint scheme, this is the first thing that came up. So we'll just leave the Black Flags Matter thumbnail in here. I'll probably put something up here that links this video. But you can't go wrong with a Home Depot car. The Home Depot cars always look so good, and this was the first Home Depot car, and it just first one to my knowledge, and it just looks so good. The white stripe and the white on the bottom, it just looks great. And with the Pontiac body, it's amazing. 10th, Rusty Wallace's, I think this was from 1997 to 2000, I want to say. Something like that. There's a lot of cars that were good in that time period, but man, this car is the most simple on this list. But the white in the front and the blue in the black, or blue in the back, it just looks so good. That's my opinion, but I love this car. It just looks amazing. I don't know. I don't know what it is about it, but it just flows. 9th, the Tide Ride. This basically ran from about mid 80s to mid 2000s. Hit a 20-year run, but I already made a video about the iconic paint scheme. So if you want to go take a look at that, just look over here. But basically this car is iconic for a lot of reasons, but it just works. You got the orange in the front, the yellow stripe, and then the white in the back. It's so good. I think it looked the best on the Pontiac body. That's why I put it on here with a Ricky Craven car. But I love this scheme. Oh, and that was my grandma's favorite car too, if anyone is wondering. 8th, Jimmy Johnson. He has a lot of great paint schemes. I debated if I would put this one on here or the 2010 paint scheme on here, but I ultimately went with this one. It just, I don't know, something about this car. The grayish silver, whatever that is, it looks great. The black and then the little wavy thing that separates the number from the back of the car. Great. It's I don't know. I love it. And the wing. Okay, a lot of people disagree with me, but I personally love the wing on the car. I love the wing. I'm trying to collect a bunch of 2008 cars just for the wing itself, but yeah. 8th, Jimmy Johnson. 7th, Bobby Labonte's Interstate Batteries 2004 car, I think this was. I think this was his 20 I'm not going to say 2004. This was his 2004 car. And it's probably, in my opinion, the best interstate battery scheme he ran. I don't know. It's either this one or like the 2000 one he ran, but either way, they're both fantastic. I love green's my favorite color, and the black, just the black little streak that they got going here, it works so well. And then the red, the accent color with the red, it just looks great. 6th, Tony Stewart, Office Depot, Mobile One, crossover scheme for 2011. I don't know. This might be nostalgia, but I love this car. I love this car for a lot of reasons. It was my third favorite car, like diecast I ever got, I think. it just works. We got the red in the front and the black in the back. It's just, and the little streak that's here, the little streak. It's so good. And I love the way the 14 looks. I don't really I have strong opinions on what the numbers look like, but I don't really want to make a video about that because I feel like no one would care. But the 14 looks so good. Yeah. That's just my weird opinion about the car numbers, but yeah. Fifth, Kyle Busch, 2017. M&M's caramel car or caramel, I don't really care. I say both. The purple works great. It just M&M's cars in general look fantastic. I think I love this car. It just, oh my gosh, and he won so many races in this too. Like, I'm not a Kyle Busch fan or anything, but it's iconic for that reason too. He won a lot in this. I think at one point he was undefeated in this car. But it's a marvel. Fourth, now this paint scheme is amazing. Jeff Burton 2000 XI batteries car. I just love this car. We got the white on the hood, we got the black in the back, and then this, it's just, oh my gosh. All the colors collide. We got the pink, and then the light blue, and then the white, and then the light blue again, and then the black, all forming into thunderbolts. Because they're batteries, get it? Oh my gosh, this car is fantastic. I had to buy a diecast of this. I had to buy a 124. Third, this might be my nostalgia too, but Matt Kenseth, 2012 Daytona 500 winning car, Best Buy. This is an outstanding car, so underrated. Oh my gosh. We got the blue and the yellow. It's amazing. I don't know how to explain it. It's just amazing. It's so good. It's so good. I wish Best Buy would have stuck around a little longer so we could have watched this race longer, but it's great. It is fantastic. Also, it took me like a good 7 years to track this car down, diecast of it, so that's a long story. But anyway, we're going on number 2. Drum roll, actually not drum roll yet. We'll save that for number 1. But second, Terry Labonte. Now this is the car I always run in Heat 4 usually. I run it a lot, but I love this paint scheme. It was my second ever diecast that I got. It's glorious. The red in the back, the yellow in the front, the white hood, and the green stripe. So simple, yet so perfect. Fantastic. It is so great. I wish there were more paint schemes like this. It's just so simple, but it's so great. And now, for the finale. Number 1. What do you think it is? And number 1. Jeff Gordon, Rainbow Warrior. Now, last time I didn't put this on this list, but now I really like this car. It's not that I had never seen the car before, but I just watched a lot more 90s races. Not 90s specifically, but like a bunch of 90s. Whatever, you know what I mean. So anyway, this car moved up a lot. I had always liked this car. I had 3 diecasts of this, just because it's the most iconic paint scheme of all time, but it's how can you explain this? It's just so good. The red and then the blue and then all the colors. It's just so great. So great. How fitting. How special that this is number 1. Thank you guys for watching. Yeah. Click the like button. Subscribe if you are new. And comment below what you think is the best paint scheme of all time. And things like that. So anyway, that's going to do it for another video. Thank you for watching, and see you later.